Hi folks, well as of now, the Legends Con 2 has been canceled. Much to the shock, dismay, somewhat anger of a lot of fans. Sadly, 6 weeks before it was set to go, it has now been officially canceled. I don't know what excuses we'll have. I don't know if we'll ever find the real reason. There may be a little bit to blame everywhere of why it canceled. I know a lot of people are asking questions about it, and I just wanted to address it by talking about what I know. Now, I just want to clarify here that this is just my opinion based off what I know. It does not make it 100% factual or whatever. There could be several other reasons why Legends Con got canceled, but I just wanted to address them here today. First off, I know what's going to happen, and I hate that, people like Legends Expo and Joe Bongiorno's haters are definitely going to crow, especially over the next few weeks, if not months, over this. I think it's funny that the Legends Expo, which says they're for EU fans, will gloat over this, and they were even the ones who tried stopping this convention several times. They threw some roadblocks in the way, getting them banned from a convention to promote their convention. They also tried to sway a couple of authors to say no. And supposedly they got one or two maybe. But as you can see, it was an ultimate fail because Legends Con had a great list of guests coming out. So that chalked that up as a mission failed for Legend Expo. They also tried to, I believe the quote I heard was poison the well with them and Lucasfilm, trying to damage that relationship. But as you know, as of last week, they announced that Brandon, and I don't know his last name, Wayne Nerdeye, was going to be the MC. And as you see here, he works for Lucasfilm. So, another mission failed for Legends Expo. I also think it's funny that a convention that says they're there for EU fans tried to attack, both of them, attacking each other, and the fans are ultimately going to lose. Because Legends Expo will probably crow about this until they have to cancel too. Now it looks like I'm going to be the only one not surprised by this because everyone else is telling me I'm being a little too rough on it. Folks, if I am wrong on this, I encourage you to come in here and say, Matt was wrong. That'd be great. I want to be wrong. I want to be wrong, and I want fans to enjoy a convention. I just know I'm not going to be wrong on this one. I feel so strongly about that. And I don't want that to happen, but it does. And I didn't want Legends Con to fail like it did. I did not expect it either, but sadly it happened, and it is what it is. Now, as for Joe dissenters, they may, crow and, walk around and brag about this for months to come, but they had nothing. They were zero impact. They're about as impactful as a mosquito in a baseball stadium. Like the only way we knew you were there is because when you got in our face. That was it. Other than that, you're just annoying. That's it. Every once in a while, when you do somehow get our attention, they had nothing to do. The strikes had nothing to do canceling this. Based off, and again, my opinion here from what I know for a fact they did not want to come on my show, A More Civilized Age, mainly because of Ryan Kennel, probably because of me too. I don't know. I'm saying the board here that was in charge of Legend Con, not everyone. I'm sure one or two were probably against this and swayed the rest of the group to lock arms and ban anyone from coming on my channel with Ryan to coming on Ryan's channel. And that's a shame because I do believe Ryan Kennel is a big EU fan. If you've watched his channel, which I know a lot of people don't, but if you watch it anytime, there could be a reference to Expanded Universe. He's going to explain to fans, hey, look, that's not an original idea. They stole this from the EU. Big EU fan. He knows other big channels like Star Wars Theory. I'm friends with Justin from Eckhart's Ladder. He's actually been on the show a couple of times too on my channel. We could have gotten these other big channels involved, and they could have spread the word about Legends Con. But I know for a fact, I don't know who. Maybe it's for the best, I don't know who. But there's one or two voices in there, maybe more, but sound like a small minority, who said, no, we don't want to be associated with those people or those channels. And that is a shame. Folks, if you know me, I have always remained the same. An EU fan is an EU fan. I don't care about anything else. If you like Disney, that's fine. I'll accept you. If you're part of this, what you believe in, what you look like, where you work, what you do, who you voted for, it doesn't matter. If you're an EU fan. And that's all that matters to me because that's how, that's the conversation I want to talk about. But of course, a handful of people on the board did not want to do that. They did not want to share the platform with people who don't share the same ideologies or voted the same way as them. And that kind of selfish pettiness ruined Legends Con. Again, strictly my opinion here, because I think involving all those big channels, which they did not want to get to, and I don't see how being promoted on other channels means you approve of them. Last I checked, if anyone wanted to report events, that does not mean the event sponsored you to talk about you or represents you or whatever, or that you support them. That's not what it means. In fact, Legends Con had an official code of conduct. Are you saying you weren't going to enforce that code of conduct? If anyone was going to be disrespectful or rude to guests or attendees, you could kick them out if that was really what you're afraid of. But the thing is, they thought, oh yeah, guilty by association, which is not the case. You want to make sure that you are open to every EU fan, and that's what they didn't want. They didn't want it to open to every EU fan, only specific fans who thought the same way they do, and that is fundamentally wrong in my opinion. That is not what my channel has ever stood for, and it will never be that. I think the EU can be shared by anyone. I don't care if you disagree with me on other topics outside the EU, that's fine. We can have a civilized conversation about the EU, and that works fine for me. Wasn't the case for them. And I feel that was a big reason. They could have gotten hundreds. Yes, I'm going to call it hundreds, not thousands. But I would have said plenty of tickets they would have sold and people they would have brought in if they'd have known it. Okay, it would have gotten the word out there by tenfold by any of their other efforts to get it spread out there. This one would have been a big one, and it's a missed opportunity. Other things that I feel bad about is I know a lot of people who spent money on the ticket I'm talking about plane tickets that are non-refundable. I'm already hearing from people saying, wow, I've lost $700, I lost this, I lost X amount, hundreds of dollars being lost and lost reservations, money they can't back, travel chips. Just things are just going wrong. Everyone's travel plans are messed up. They're upset. They're angry. And I get it. I understand it. I feel awful about it. But no one feels worse than Kyle Rawlings, folks. He is the owner of Legends Con. He lost tens of thousands of dollars. And he is the one who hates this the most. Now, I'm not saying that so you can feel pity for him or anything. I'm just saying they're in the same boat as you. And I understand the frustration on both hands. In fact, it's sad that everyone on this Legends Con board is now going to take a hit. And their reputation, unfortunately for Joe, he's going to just get more haters over this. And I hate that. I know that a few other people who are really nice guys, people I know, have there's already been, kind of dislike, distrust. And that just, that's the nature of the beast, right? They canceled 6 weeks out. They had to. They had no choice, folks. They had no choice. But I understand people are upset. That's just what's going to happen. And they're just going to have to ride that way out and hope that people forgive and forget. Other than that, for those people, I can say that Legends Con is officially done. Now, they've lost trust, probably trust with the authors and the guests, definitely trust with their audience and their attendees, trust that I don't think they can get back. And that kills me. I don't want to say that. I I want to say you could resurrect it, but the more I think about it, it's just a done deal now. Now, don't be too sad. There was one last year that Kyle, actually pushed through and it made it, and a lot of people are happy about it, and we can be thankful for that one, and we should be thankful for Kyle for at least getting that off. I mean, a second one would have been a great feat here, but unfortunately, it wasn't meant to be, and I don't pass any blame to him. I understand just some missteps. Of course, the one I suggest, and who knows, maybe there were others too. I don't know. I'm just giving in my 2 cents, and I just really hate that for him, and I hate it for everyone who lost money and is just upset. And I understand. I'm not saying you shouldn't be upset. I'm just saying I understand it, but I hope time will smooth things over and life moves on. That's all I got to remember. But remember this, first and foremost, we as a people should be looking at things that we have in common with one another, not highlighting our differences. When you highlight your differences, that kind of elitism and whatnot, separatism, that is going to be your downfall every time. You must start looking past people's differences and looking to what you have in common. All right, so that's it for now. Take care, and I'll see you later.